It's cold. It's about 4:30 in the morning. Got my spot down here next to the beach. I'm the huckster who's hucking some huckable art today. Because I got to pay the rent and eat. Yeah, I'm one of those idiots who actually produces for a living and then have the balls to go out and actually think I can sell it and give something to people that they may want to consume. God, I'm such a fucking idiot. Yeah, I don't have a Ferrari because I didn't, and I'm not here to thank you for giving me a bunch of money because I made a promise to you that I could never keep. Yeah, I'm not that guy. Yeah. And then after I saw that guy, Trev, yesterday, tell me that I need to shut up because fair and equitable means a lot. It's something a lot different. Fair and equitable is different to different people, particularly considering how much of other people's money you have in your pocket. So I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I've just grown. I've been preaching about Gandhiji, and as you know, I reserve the right on this channel to adjust my attention, change my mind, and be a complete fucking stupid moron. I reserve the right to do that. And unfortunately for you, I haven't lost everything yet in this space. And unfortunately for me, I'm not a fucking piece of shit, self-absorbed son of a bitch like all the main people in this space that are making promises to you to get your tokens. You know, this is why I'm you know what? When Tony came out with a party and then Carlo came out with HDX20, when Carlo came out with HDX20 and made the token price only go up, it was almost too good to be true. And when I started participating, I realized that in doing that, you know, the marketing there was, you know, there wasn't anybody with a big sum of money to stick in to make it work. And Carlo is, I don't know, the way he develops and stuff, it didn't work. It's still working over there, believe it or not. The HDX20 token is still going up in price and not going down and paying divs. It's just not that it's just that there's not any participation, and I don't have the ability to lie to you like Face. I don't have the ability to lie to you like Trevon. I don't have the ability to, maybe they would reinterpret the word lies, but I'm not as much of a fucking self-absorbed son of a bitch. I actually think I need to earn my keep, and I'm stupid like that. And my idea of work doesn't emanate from me making promises to you and telling you lies about how good what I am is doing when the only thing that's good is me stealing money from you. Yeah, I'm not that guy, unfortunately. So with that being said, I'm here to change my mind once again and to probably settle here unless there's some major fucking pump or something significant besides scammers trying to scam. I mean the big ones, not that we're not scammers. We're all scammers, remember that. PyraBank's just, it's there's no concern, you know, about, you know, watching what I have go down or praying that what I have goes up. There ain't no concern in that, you know. I think, I don't know, who's the dev? Is it Number of Things? Is it you, man? I subscribed to you yesterday, Number of Things, and, I don't know, I've seen your content with your VR and your fam. That was really fucking cool, man. That's some really, really cool stuff. I was very entertained and very enlightened by, that content. Yeah, you know, it got hooked up, the PyraBank got hooked up with all the other scammy shit, but I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna roll any dice. I'm not here to fucking mine. I'm not under the impression that, you know, rolling dice is equivalent to mining. They're not. You know, a random number generator is pretty much just, gambling defined. And, you know, buying a miner and rigging up a miner and hooking up to a mining pool and you know, mining like that, that's mining. I can understand how that can be considered mining, but putting the term mining along with a dice game, I don't know, sounds retarded. But I'm hanging out with Tone Vase, Crypto Face, Jimmy Song. I'm hanging out with you. Like any of us know what the meaning of retarded is? Yeah, guys, PyraBank. I'm telling you, it just is solid if you want gains. And Tron, I'm sorry, in my opinion, Tron is wetting the bed with the government in China. Everything DAI and Ethereum and EOS and Cardano are telling you they might end up doing. Tron's already doing it, man. And the transaction, dude, I'm sorry. And if China makes their own blockchain, it's going to be a clone of Tron. I'm telling you that right here, right fuck now. And this IOST shit, I don't know. Some motherfucker told me that IOST is better than Tron. I'm like, what world do you live in? Please help me understand that. Is it because you get emotional with me? Yesterday somebody got emotional because I did my video about Trevon telling me what I need to do as far as making a video because he's more interested in keeping the tokens he took out of the contract than putting them back in the contract while he's telling you the contract is doing good. It's doing good for him. This is a long one, dude. I got a long time to wait until I can set up until the sun comes up. So, PyraBank. That's what this video is about. Look at that. That's me right there. See that in my glasses? I'm looking at me, looking at you, while you're looking at me. That's some deep thoughts for you to think about while you take everything you have and stick it in PyraBank. And then leave PyraBank, and then come back to PyraBank. Just use PyraBank as your bank. It's a bank. You'll always earn once you're in there. I don't understand why anybody would be anywhere else. Unless somebody knows something about that contract not being audited. The leaderboard is deceiving because it is not being updated. Wonder why that is. It's all a scam, brothers and sisters. Everything's a scam. Well, unless you fucking grow food and you sell food to make a living. Can't see that as a scam. Well, when the government pays you to grow food that they make you throw away, that's kind of a scam. Yeah, I so wish I could do live. I got nothing, guys. The whole space, you know, that thing with this whole space is just kind of boring. There's nobody who has the balls to speak to the participation in immutable transparency. So I'm bringing it to my real life, you know. I've got nothing to hide. You know, it's really ironic considering because my experience with my close relations, particularly with women, it seems to be when you want to be transparent and not forget things and be immutable in that participation with, like, you know, fuck, I'll just say it, my mother. Jesus Christ. It's amazing how selective they want to be when it comes to, and maybe it's just the women I know. I don't know a lot of women. I'm not a fucking baller. I don't fuck hookers. I'm not Tone Vase. But the idea of participating in an immutable transparency, I don't know. I think it's a real hard struggle when I live in a world like the one my mother's created for herself, or women in general. The patriarchy that they complain about is not going to be solved by a matriarchy. There's too many women out here today who think they have a penis and can do what men do. And I just am really curious if what the world would be like if men ran around telling the world that they can do what women do, which eventually may end up leading to. But this participation in immutable transparency, you know, and acknowledging the world in such a perspective, it's not just here; it's affecting me in other places, and I find it compelling. It's a struggle, no doubt. It's a struggle, but one of the things it does is offers me clarity and accountability, and I've never had a problem with those things, but it's when I hold those that are close to me to the same, not the same standards, but because we all have our own interpretations of the truth. But when I try to hold others to what I believe I hold myself to, those that are close to me, they get very upset. Sometimes, you know, I don't know. I'm convinced that at some point, right now, at the point that we're at right now, is that we're kind of at a crux where remember I complained, the very, very small group of people in the world that controls everything. There's a very small group of people that control pretty much everything, like right down to what you think. I think that paradigm is shifting. I mean, for me to sit here and say I'm the one who came up with this idea of participating in immutable transparency, it's been around forever, man. I mean, the idea of what that means is to be human. And a lot of it comes, into our world and manifests like this whole climate change movement. There's people that are under the impression that they're participating in immutable transparency. They want to be held to account for it, and they want to fix it. But I think we're going to come to a sore realization soon that all the motherfuckers who want to fix it are the ones who don't want to change what they're doing. They want to change what you're doing. And when we see this, look at what happened to Token Air, man. I mean, if Trev did that back in 18 right after BitConnect bumped, or if somebody else did it, it would have been P3D instead of P3D. And now that Trev's made it exclusively clear he's going to operate his forums, discords, and telegrams in the same way that Justo and Manso do, I can't imagine any other way than Token Air doing the same thing as those two, and I don't even think it's going to get the second pump. Not unless they convince some whale like a FAF-IM to come in there. And FAF-IM came into fucking P3D because of who? Because of who? It's about faith, motherfuckers. What the fuck do you believe in, you stupid fucking loser?